Okay, my lovelies, so let's get started. I really hope you're hungry because I'm going to show you some really awesome recipes that I've been loving lately. So the first thing that I do as soon as I wake up in the morning is I grab a mug and I squeeze half a lemon into it. This is a great start to your morning because the acids in the lemon are really perfect at kickstarting your digestion so that everything you eat later on will be digested properly. So I just chug that down and go ahead and start making my breakfast. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make my breakfast burritos. These are so amazing, they're so delicious, and they're really quick to do. So I just take some avocado, I pit it and cut it in half, then I just mash it up, and to that I add some salt, pepper, and lemon for taste. You'll see all the ingredients that I put into this burrito, but something else I really love incorporating is some feta cheese. I love the salty taste of the brine, it's really good, and it's just a great way to add some more cheesy goodness into your meal. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab my little tortillas. These are actually pretty big, which I like. They're very easy to wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and slather on some hummus. I love hummus. It's so high in iron, protein, and fiber. It's so good for you, and not to mention it's a delicious spread. To that I'm just adding my avocado mixture, which is honestly just my favorite type of healthy fats. I love the texture of tomato, so I'm adding that in too. And then I have some hard-boiled eggs that I always have ready to always add into my breakfast or lunch whenever I want to add some extra protein into my meal. I'm just adding on the feta cheese, and then on top of that, I actually love incorporating chia seeds in whatever meal that I can. They have no flavor, but they're so rich in antioxidants, fiber, iron, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids too. I'm just going to wrap my wrap, but then I'm going to go ahead and put it on a pan and just let that toast up on the edges for a bit. And while that's toasting up, I'm just going to make myself some nana tea, and into that for sweetness, I actually add raw honey. It's the best kind because it's pure, unheated, unpasteurized, and unprocessed. And you guys may not know this yet, but I'm a little obsessed with bananas, so whenever I'm craving that extra sense of sweetness, that's what I add to my meals. And these breakfast wraps are so good at keeping me full for long enough that I don't go hungry in my classes. So now that I started working out, I definitely need a pre-workout snack to get me some energy. My absolute favorite thing has been these like little banana flavored Greek yogurt cups. They're so good. I just love adding some granola in there to give it some texture. I mix it up with a spoon and it's a great snack for on the go. And it satisfies that itch when you're hungry, but it doesn't make you too full for when you go work out. So at this point I refill my water bottle and try to keep hydrated, but it's been so hard. I keep going to pee like every 5 minutes. Hey, I got a small bladder. What you gonna do? Okay, for lunchtime, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these like amazing rice wraps. I love these and I definitely meal prep these throughout the week. These are so easy to meal prep, so I just make sure to make a bunch so they last me throughout the entire week. So first things first, what I'm actually going to do is cook up a cup of quinoa. So to that I'm adding some hot water. There's directions on pretty much every quinoa box. This is just the multicolored quinoa. So I just put that to cook for 20 minutes. And while I do that, I go ahead and I start washing myself some kale. Kale is definitely something that I incorporate into almost everything. So I always make sure to buy a bunch and then just kind of meal prep it. Meaning I clean it up and wash it up so it's ready to go whenever I want to make salads or wraps or sandwiches or any kind of stuff like that. So I just take my kale and I make sure to wash it up and dry it up well. And then all I do is I rip off the leaves from the stems and I separate the two. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of that kale and incorporate it into my rice wrap. So I'm just chopping it up just a little bit. And at this point, you guys can customize whatever filling you want. I honestly prefer romaine lettuce in these wraps instead of kale, but I didn't have any of that. So here I'm also just prepping some peppers, whatever you want, honestly. Cucumber, carrots, those are kind of my favorite. I really like making these really crunchy. By the way, this like little peeler thing makes the best texture of vegetables. It looks so cool. So anyway, going back to that, you're actually going to want to add some protein, and you can add whatever you want. I'm specifically using imitation crab. It's made out of fish because I don't eat seafood, but you guys can add tuna, you can add just veggies and keep it vegan, whatever you want. This is the rice paper I'm going to be using, and it's so cool. It's so cheap, and it comes with a bunch of different sheets. So the way that you make it is that you're just going to want to grab a big plate, and to that you're going to add some boiling hot water. Then you're going to grab your sheet, and you see how it has like a little pattern. You're going to put that in, and you're going to wait about 30 seconds, rotating it, just making sure that every part of the sheet is covered in hot water. And it's actually slowly going to cook it, and you're going to see the texture is actually going to disappear, and it's going to be flat like a little thin sheet. So to that, I'm just going to go ahead and start filling it up with whatever veggies I want. Like I told you guys, use your creativity. Honestly, do whatever you want. So I'm just adding everything that I cut up there. The kale, the pepper, the cucumber, the carrots, and the crab as well. But like I said, if you guys aren't a fan of crab, you could add tuna and it will taste just as good. So to wrap this up, you're just going to do as I'm showing you. You're going to fold both the edges down and then you're just going to wrap it around itself. And it's really easy. This paper gets really stretchy, so it's actually very easy to fill it up and make it really big too. So that's one done, and like I told you guys, I just prepare as much as I can and then have it for the rest of the week. So I just pack that up in a little box, and then I'm good to have 1 or 2 for lunch every day. As a side, I'm just going to add a little bit of the kale because I honestly really love kale. And to that, I'm just going to add some lemon juice for flavor, and then I'm going to add my cooked quinoa right on the side. You guys could put the quinoa inside the little wraps as well. It would taste really good too. So you guys actually don't have to make your sauce, you could just buy a ready one, but I really like this combination. So it's just soy sauce, honey garlic sauce, and I add a little bit of sesame oil. That's what's gonna make it taste really, really good. So I just mix that all together, and it's honestly a perfect dipping sauce, and whatever is left over, I just go ahead and pack it in my little lunchbox. Make it look all pretty with some sesame seeds, and you're totally done with your lunch. And oh, this is so damn good. I totally encourage you guys to try it out. So now I'm going to show you guys dinner, and I'm actually showing you how to make my grilled chicken with some scalloped sweet potatoes. Oh, this meal is delicious and it's really easy. I'm going to show you everything from scratch because I actually do meal prep this throughout the week. So the first thing that I do is I just peel my sweet potato, and then I go in and do really, really thin slices. But I really like the shape of sweet potato lately that I don't cut the slices all the way. I just cut them about 3/4 of the way, and it leaves it looking really scalloped and cool. You guys will see what I mean. For the dressing of the potatoes, I'm just adding some olive oil, some garlic powder, paprika, and pepper. I'm mixing that all together, and then you're just going to want to start marinating on top of the sweet potato. You're going to add this into an oven that's been preheated to 425 degrees, and you're going to cook that for about 15 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how golden brown you want it. So while this is going on, because it does take a little while, I actually just start meal prepping my chicken. So here I have some chicken breast, and I'm just slicing that up into thin pieces. And then I go and I start marinating it. I add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and paprika. These are honestly the spices that I add into everything, and it just makes it taste so good. So I'm just mixing that all up, and I like to wear gloves because I'm not into touching raw meats. It's just not my thing. And my favorite thing to do has been meal prepping this in advance. So me and my hubby are always looking to eat 6 ounces of chicken for our meals. So I'm just using my little scale, and I'm pretty much putting everything into little baggies of 6-ounce chicken just so it can be ready. And as soon as everything is bagged in the little Ziploc bags, I have it all ready to go, and I just put it in my freezer. And then one day if I wake up in the morning and I want chicken for lunch or for dinner, I make sure to take out 1 or 2 portions for us. And it's been such a great solution if you want to have fresh chicken every day, but you really don't have the time to marinate on different occasions for every meal. So my other lifesaver for this has been my George Foreman grill. It's the best thing in this world. You can make chicken breast just like I'm doing in literally 6 minutes. So here are our potatoes. They're all ready to go. They're looking so perfectly golden brown and scalloped. And now I'm just going to start plating everything. So I'm just taking my chicken, I cut it up into strips or whatever shapes it is you want, and I'm plating some quinoa, some peppers, adding the sweet potato on there, and the chicken breast right on top. That's it, guys. My dinner is ready. I honestly meal prep this stuff in the beginning of the week, and then for the rest of the week, I can do whatever I want with this chicken. I could put it in salads, I could put it in sandwiches, or I can make meals just like this. Okay guys, so that's it for my video and all of these recipes. I can tell you right now, my kitchen is filled with an amazing aroma. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it such a big thumbs up because it honestly helps me out so much here. Comment down below which recipe was your favorite, or if you got any inspiration from any of these ideas, please let me know down below. I love talking to you and I love interacting with you guys. If you guys are watching up to now and you don't already know, I post weekly videos here on YouTube regarding fitness, beauty, lifestyle, and pretty much everything in between, so be sure to subscribe because it's a good time. I got a lot of cleaning up to do now, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Bye!